All right, so let us continue with the 6 other questions that I believe if anybody will succeed in 2022, they should ask these questions and actually get the answers. If you have not watched the first session where I was talking about the 3 questions and I took time to emphasize on the power of asking questions. And I've had a lot of feedback of people sending me private messages of how they have discovered some mysteries and some things in their lives that has been unraveled by the power of just asking some certain questions regarding their career, regarding their businesses, and they're developing more clarity of what to do in 2022 and even for the next 10 years of their lives, right? And that's one thing that these questions should do to you. They should bring in more clarity, like just summarizing everything we've been doing as far as the retreat is concerned to prepare you for 2022. So the 4th question, one of my favorite things to ask is, what uncommon action do I need to take? What uncommon action do I need to take? Yeah, this is that action that you can take that will influence your life to another level, whether you fail or you succeed. You know, there are some things that when you do, whether it works out or it doesn't work out, the truth is that people just marvel, like, wow, my God, seriously? Actually, they may not focus on the result of the action, like they went to, where did you take this kind of heart from to try this kind of thing? You get what I'm trying to say? Like, it's so uncommon, it's not usual. It is something like, my goodness, Jesus Christ. They don't care whether you succeeded or not. They don't even bother about that. But you had the heart, you had the bile and the kidney and the liver to try something like this. You get the concept? It is something that when you do, that's what I call uncommon action. Something that when you do, like you're not bothered there. You're not bothered about how you succeed, or if you succeed tremendously, excellent. If you fail, excellent. You only that you took that action. Number one is that it's gonna make you uncommon in the eyes of your family members, your friends, your community, even a whole nation. It's gonna be so uncommon to them. What is that action that you're gonna take? And sometimes some of these actions may happen when you did not plan. Like it happened like a few days back. What? The video I took on the plane, that video is, if I tell you what that video has done, like crazy. Like where I've had private people contact for the first time, like, are you the guy who was doing a session, like a short session on the plane? Where did you get the heart from to do that? Right? Like I did, that was just, to me, that was just normal. Just do a short video on the plane and talk and while the plane is flying in the air. I didn't plan for it. It was like, why don't you just do a video with these guys? And boom, it has gone viral, or people are sharing it and so on, and reaching out like, Jesus Christ, it's something new. It's not, we don't see this common, it's not usual. But of course, I didn't plan. So I don't know what I'm saying. This can happen intentionally or even unintentionally. But it's good when it's intentional so that you know what, I'm going to do this. I'm going to lose money. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do time. But I am dedicated to make sure that in 2022, I am going to take an uncommon action. That significant action that when I take, there's gonna be a shift. People will see me in my immediate community, in my external community, as an uncommon person. It's gonna bring uncommon power and influence to me, to my career, to my business, and so on. What uncommon action will you take in 2022? Think about it, guys. Think about it. Just think about your career. Just think about your business. Think about where you are right now. Think about your finances. Think about something that you can just do. Not like it could just be deciding to fly out of the country to another African country, to a European country, but just deciding to, you know what, I have never traveled abroad, so I'm going to take this uncommon action 2022 and just travel abroad. Then for 2 days, no problem. No problem. Just travel. Right? And I've told you guys several times, in the immediate community of PPA mentees, tell me, just pick a country. Say, I want to get here. I can basically say that if I don't have a direct contact, I know whom I know somebody that can influence, can get to an NGO, a youth organization, a company, just can do 2 days visit, 2 days internship. Just add something to it so that you're not just traveling aimlessly. But just expose yourself like that. We're going to get it for you, right? So but just do something uncommon. That is what I'm trying to say. Just do something that is not usual. Your daily system, your weekly system is not it's not used to it. You'll be amazed. As I said, it's going to bring something uncommon to you. It's going to bring uncommon attention. It's going to bring uncommon connections. It's going to bring uncommon opportunities. It's going to bring things that they don't meet you at your comfort zone. They don't meet you when you are behaving averagely. They don't meet you at the place of fear. There are some opportunities that will never meet you at the place of averageness. They will never meet you at the place of doing things as you used to do. There should be a shake-up. There should be a shift. Do something uncommon, people. Very uncommon. So what uncommon thing are you going to do in 2022 that will shift your life to another level in an uncommon way? There should be something that you're going to do. What is that? Think about it. Write it down. Write it down. Set yourself. It could be even for all. I have things I want to do. I have something I want to do. One uncommon thing I will do within this decade, like between 2030 and 2020 and 2030. I have one uncommon thing I want to do that is not usual. It's not very common. Trust me, not very, very common. That when I would do it, oh geez, there'll be a shakeup. There'll be a lot of talking, like for the next 10 years again in the industry about it. I'm very intentional about that one. Very, very intentional about it. And doing uncommon action is one of those things that can advance your power and your influence very fast. One uncommon action can push your life 5 years ahead, can push influence into your life 5 years ahead. Influence that you should have taken 5 years to gather, one uncommon action can give it to you in 1 week. Yeah, very possible. Very possible. Very, very possible. Doing the Dubai event was very an uncommon action. I told you guys what that event has done. Even just when I started doing promotion, like when I announced several months back that I want to do an event in Dubai, if I had connections that I had, people that reached out just to know what this is mind blowing, blah blah blah, and all of that, because people watch. There are many people that watch. They know the story of starting a career, saying I want to share my little beginnings and all of that. So it brought a lot of attention, both media-wise, both influencers and many people and all of that, right? So just make sure you do something that you are not used to. And uncommon action is in levels. It's in levels. Okay, it's in different levels. So you cannot do it the same like I do. Like I cannot do an uncommon action like what Dangote will do. No. At his own level, he can do it based on his resources, based on access that he has in different countries and power and networks and all of that. So you can take an uncommon action as per your level. You can do an uncommon action just in your immediate community. Like for some of you, maybe just organizing a youth summit in your village for the first time can be an uncommon action. Yeah. You have never done that, and maybe a business or career summit that's never happened in their village. You can decide and tell, you know what, I'm going to organize a youth summit. I'm going to bring 500 to 1,000 youths from my village to transform them. That can be a common action to you. That alone can get attention of the mayor to you. That can get attention of the king or the fund in their village to you. That can get the attention of the parliamentarian or the elite to say, oh, who is this guy doing something like this in the village? You understand? But just make sure that you set out next year with this mind-blowing plan to just do something that you are not used to doing. You're not it's not traditional. It's within your daily life. It's beyond, sorry, your daily lifestyle. Okay. Number 5 questions you need to ask. Again, remember these questions are questions that need to keep them close to your heart, close to your life, and you ask them if possible every month. Always look at them, look at them. Like, right, I always have like in my phone, I have a notepad or so the things I want to see often, I have them in my Gmail draft, where when I just go and open it and remind myself about it. Like one day I also want, like, let me share something personal. I have received prophecies from men of God, is what you're going to do, what you're going to be, and all of that. I have them in my email draft and in my notepad. There are things that God have laid in my heart that you have to do. Personally, I have them written down. Like sometimes I check on it like every week. I just go and read. I read all the prophecies, everything that I've been, God has told, okay, you need to do this, do that, revealed to me to do. I read them like every week has never passed. Because it increased confidence, it increased boldness, it increased commitment, focus, consistency, dedication, results-driven drive. It just increases many things. It revives you when you feel like giving up. If I told you, you still do that stuff, right? There's a level you get in life where giving up, you don't longer think about it. I remember the last time I ever thought of giving up in this dream was in 2015. Yeah. Since that time to today, whatever happens, then we die here. It's this one or nothing else, right? You now grow beyond just thinking of giving up. You have passed that level. That, you know what, let me just stop it. You have passed the level whereby you're aware, you know what, if everything crumbles now, I'm rebuilding it back. I'm rebuilding it all back. That's the mindset you have right now. Okay, so always have those kind of things handy, like this kind of questions. I have many of these kind of questions that I have. I just selected 9 that I call. I have different questions in different areas of my life that I ask, and I just keep them handy when I just go and read, right? And it reminds me a lot of things. It points me to track. It keeps me where I'm losing and all of that. And even like my life core principles, I have my life core principles that I just keep. Like, I mean, like basic things that I don't do, that I have them written. I just go and read, right? There's power in just reading what you wrote down and how it's important to your life journey and all of that, right? Like, for example, I have reason I don't take alcohol. In the last 10, 11 years, I've never taken alcohol, and I'll never do that. I have it written in my core principles. I have written and go why I don't take alcohol. I've never thought of smoking, but it's still there, right? Never smoke, reason why I never do that. And many things. Never disrespect mom and all of that. All of those things are there. So just good to just write them, and you know, it makes your life to be very intentional. And as I said, I believe God likes people that plan a lot. God likes people that are very intentional, and they pay attention to their daily life and lifestyle, right? That's my belief based on how I think God works with me. I think, and the people I've worked with and I've advised them to do this, there's a change I get to see when they do this. I think there's a special attention that God gives to you when he knows that you're committed, right? You know, the life you have right now is God's gift to you. What you do with that life is your gift back to God and your gift back to humanity. So, and I think that's why God pays special attention. He's not going to force you to live life right. He's not going to do that. That's why there's a choice. Accept Jesus Christ or not. There's that option. As powerful as he is, he has just given us humans the choice, the choices to make as humans, right? So, so I think when you make that choice to live right, there's that special attention that is attached. A special grace released, special favor released. So pay attention to that. Number 5, another power of asking questions like this. What do you want your life to be by the end of December 31st, 2022? What do you want your life to be by the end of December 31st, 2022. This is where you describe your end of year achievement statements. For example, by the end of December 31st, 2022, I would have traveled 4 additional countries. The company should be making a monthly profit of at least 10 million. I should be driving a Mercedes Jeep 2019 edition, this and that. I'm just saying how you should describe it. It should be very practical. There should be numbers attached to it. There should be a lot of specificity. If you want to do your marriage, state clearly, okay, by that time, you have done your court wedding in this council, you have done your traditional wedding in the village, you have done your church wedding in this particular church and officiated by this particular pastor, and there's going to be this particular preacher at the wedding, right? Yeah, God, that's detailed as that. What else? How do you want to let you be? What am I forgetting as an example? Or maybe you want to be in a serious relationship. Okay, you know what? By December next year, you know what? I should be in a serious relationship, maybe having engaged, and the girl should, or the boy should know what? Have a job, or run a business, have a stable income. And we all should know our purpose and dreams and career dreams and all of that. And we should have a plan for this and that. You know, by December 31st, like some mentees I'm working with already. Some I said, okay, you know what? I'm buying a land in Douala here. That's good. Some is 1, 2, 3, 2. Yeah, okay. Then they're gonna complete the building of a house, and then they're gonna enter next year by focusing on painting and perfecting their house to move inside. Yeah, you see. So you just be very specific like that, and you write it down. I call it end of year statement of achievement, right? Have it where it should just be maximum, like, you know, 5 lines, 1 paragraph, not much, but they should be, if I read it, somebody else read, they should see a lot of specificity, and they should see, you know, so that they should see in a way that if you are falling short of it, they should be clearly, oh, you know what, you're falling short of this by this. Okay, by next year, I am moving into a studio. I'm living in a 1-room house into a studio. There's going to be this in the house. I'm going to have this and this and this. From entrepreneur, I'm going to have 2 additional staff. I'm going to move the office to a better place that has this and this and this and this, right? But just make sure you have a very clear statement of achievement that is full of a lot of specificity. What do you want your life to be by the end of December 31st, 2022? What do I want my life to be? How do I want my life to look like exactly by the end of December 31st, 2022? So assignment to you is, after this session, I want you to write a statement of achievement that engulfs all the parts of your life, right? Career, business, family, if possible, travel, but just any core important thing that you know is critical, you want to achieve. And like combining your 12 months growth action plan and all of that, and make it very specific, like, you know what, this is my life by December 31st. Your job is to do it, write it down. Your job is to take action and then leave the rest to God. Leave the rest to God. You get a point? I always say this when somebody comes and tell me they failed at something. One of the most, if you have done that to me, I always ask you this particular question: did you put in your best? On your actually based on your personal conviction, did you put in your best? If you did that, it's okay. Then you didn't fail. Actually, when I want to do something, this is what I hold myself accountable to. My job is to plan it, write it down, and then dedicate my life to put in my best to it and leave the rest to God. Do my best humanly possible and leave the rest to God. There's a part for me, there's a part for my human capabilities, and there's a part for the universe. There's a part for divine capabilities. Know where to end as far as your best human efforts are concerned. Okay? I know we don't control tomorrow. Yes. I know you do. You don't know how December 31st is going to look like exactly. Yes. But that's not your problem. Your problem is to plan it, write it down, and when January, like from today to January 1st, start taking actions consistently every day according to your best human effort and leave the December 31st to God. By December 31st, and you know that you did everything humanly possible to make it work, you are now going to see how that December 31st is going to look like. There are many of you here, the efforts that you started putting when you joined PPA intentionally, like in the last 4 months or so, you're feeling that, you're already feeling that, you know, if I was living life like this from January, I wouldn't have been where I am today, as far as this year is concerned. Many of you have practically confessed like that, right? So it's very critical for you to do that. Like I keep telling you guys, see, I don't believe that thing that, you know, like we always say, you know, 2019 will be my year. We'll be that. No, there's nothing. Every year is your year. Every year is your year. There's no, God did not create a year and say, you know what, this year like this is going to be bad for you. No. Everybody, every year, life throws terrible things at everybody. Let me tell you, everybody faces challenges. I face challenges. Even the head of state faces challenges. Everybody faces challenges. Every year comes with its fair share of challenges. But it is the how we decide to live our lives on a daily basis, planning, preparing, writing things down, journaling, taking consistent actions, putting in our best human capabilities every day. That is what separates others from those who have a bad year. Some of you things come, you just take it and wrong. Like somebody was telling, one lady was telling me, I shouted at her, that this year, at the beginning of the year, my boyfriend broke my heart. Everything was just boring. And I said, shut the hell up. They have just broken your heart. They have not collected your liver and your kidney. You're making noise like, you're back. If they break your heart, your job is to go and succeed. Embarrass the guy or the succeed and become so good and look so good and so fresh and so successful that he will regret what he done to you. Right? So what am I trying to say? Just it all depends how we react. You are not the only person that they broke his or her last year or whichever year that you are trying to say that was a bad year for you. Were you the only person? Do you know how many people they receive heartbreaks every day? You know how many people that the landlord threatened to send them packing out of the house every day? Do you know how many people that they lost money? They put 100,000 in their pocket and they don't know how it just disappeared like that. Do you know how many people go through that? I was talking one of my young ladies. She came for coaching a few days back, and last in September she lost investments of 36 million francs. The young lady is 28 years old. 28 years old, 36 million francs that she lost as investment. She locked herself up in the house for 3 days. Everything was not attractive to her. She attempted to drink all the Javel, that whatever. So she came. Luckily, she went online. So she came across one of the sessions of PPA. No, not PPA. One of the sessions I led to somebody. She came online and then she watched it, and that was how she reached out to me. And that's always advice. Please, no matter what, you have somebody you can reach out to and talk to who will not judge you, who will support you, who will find a way to lift you out of that situation. And that's why having a good mentorship relationship or coaching relationship or whatever is very important. Please follow. So what lifts her back? She's back on her feet now. She's hustling back. She's going back to business. And we just spoke for what he came. We spoke for a few minutes, 40, 45 minutes. She regained her strength and she set her back. Amen. We were supposed to meet. She wasn't on Dubai. She was in Dubai. We were supposed to meet and catch up. But she was so busy. So you get back to work, rebuild whatever you lost. You got it in you. And she set out, right? And she's doing fine now. She's waxing strong. She's rebuilding everything she lost. And life is coming back to order, right? So it's life throughs everything. Just that some people don't tell you. You get a point? Some people don't tell you. Some people don't tell you what they go through. Some people don't tell you whatever happens. So they just choose to face life. They just choose to say, you know what, I want to pick out the best from this, and I'm going to set out. I'm going to make it work. While life throws at me, okay, that's life doing its job. My job is to pick it up and continue living forward. Pushing forward in the midst of chaos is a skill. Okay. Number 6, where will your life be in 5 years if you continue doing what you're doing today? Now, the main aim of this question is to check your lifestyle. Now, the question is, imagine that, okay, let's reverse. Before you join PPA, let's assume that when you join PPA, you are living life averagely. Just imagine that you are living life the same way like before you join PPA, and you live life the same way like that for the next 5 years. Where will your life be? You are doing the same thing. Share in the chat box, let me see. Imagine nothing changes. You are sleeping the same way you have been sleeping. You are lazing around with the same way. Nothing changes. You are just living life like you have been living. Like those who are working, just go to work, come back, that's all you do. Or you are like, nothing changes. You live life the same pattern of life for the next 5 years. Where do you think your life will be? Where do you think your life will be? Can you share in the chat box? Can you get me? Okay. Somebody said, we broke with a closed mind. Yeah. Thank God that's not the case. Yeah, just moving backward instead of moving forward. No serious investment. You continue blaming your village people for your problems. Yeah, just stagnant and all of that. So you see, so one thing that you need to ask yourself, remember the power of this question is not really about the 5 years result. It's about, it's bringing you to a point to check, this is your lifestyle like this. This is your current pattern of living like this. Will it go somewhere in the next 5 years? Right, that's the point. Now, come back now that you have joined PPA and you know certain things right now, right? Right, come down now to PPA that you know certain things right now. Now look at, like, okay, imagine that you're waking up now every day for 4 a.m. even after PPA. I always encourage that. Have books that you read, plan, study, learn a skill, whatever you can do every morning, do that, right? Now, you're taking consistent actions every day. You're connecting with people every day. You're facing your business with a different spirit and different hard work and all of that. Now, imagine now this pattern. Now, take this pattern right now that you are developing right now and increasing right now. Now, imagine where your life will be now in the next 5 years with this pattern that you have developed right now. You get a process? So the main aim of this question is for you to look at your pattern of life. Is it a productive pattern of living that you have right now? Because many people, like in 2015 and then 2020, they're the same. They are facing retrogression instead of facing advancement. As I was saying earlier, guys, people who have faced advancement in life don't mean that their life is perfect. It's not, guys. It's not. It's not. They just choose to move forward. They just choose to change their daily living pattern and habits. If I tell you the stuff that I go through to you, like Jesus Christ, and you still have the energy to train, oh yes, I still do, because I'm focused on progress. Life is doing its own part, I'm doing my own part. Okay, so it makes you to be conscious of the pattern of living. Is this pattern of living, is this pattern of being busy or just being productive, will it take me somewhere 5 years from now? Because the truth is that whatever you're going to have as financial net worth in 2025, what you're going to have as a career, the kind of business you're going to have, the kind of marriage or family you're going to have is as a direct response, as a direct reflection of the daily pattern of living that you have right now. Yeah. So where will your life be in 5 years if you continue doing what you're doing today? Like, you just maintain, you're not changing anything, just continue your habits for today, your attitude, your living style, everything today, like nothing changes. Will your life be better? If you think it will not be better, then start changing. What do you need to change? What do you need to change right now to have a better life 5 years from now? It's the same thing 10 years from now. Where you are right now at this particular moment, what is in your bank account, the kind of career you have, the kind of business you have, the kind of relationships you have, and all of where you are right now at this particular moment is as a result of the kind of patterns of living that you have. As far as dating, let me use dating for example. Relationships are very they pick up people's interest quickly, right? So as far as dating, all the yeye girls or yeye boys you have been dating, they contribute to where you are today. I always say something, actually, I was telling my friends, is it 2 years? We laughed about it. I started saying that in like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I was saying that if I date a girl and a guy comes and date the guy that will date that girl next will tie your belt well. You're a man, then you'll be a man to take. Her mind will be beyond any average guy. That's the first thing. Number two, the way she looks alive, you will need grace to catch up. Somebody dates you and remain the same, then something is wrong with you, first of all, before wrong with that person. Right? So I'm just saying that there's a way that there should be a stretch, there should be a uniqueness, there should be just because of your pattern, right? There should just be a shift because of your daily living pattern, and there should be a result that happens, right? Yeah, why are you guys laughing? But that's the truth, right? You should be worried if somebody dates you and remains the same. I mean, like, as a woman, date a guy, and if a girl comes and fits in that guy's life, Jesus, then that girl is real. But don't date a guy that a year quarter girl can still date the same guy. The two of you, you're the same. You're the same. You get a point. I have my ex. She was, we were laughing one time about talking one time. She was like, you have made it difficult for me to go to the next relationship. Like, keep me for down. I'm totally innocent. It was just me, my culture. You sink into the culture and then it changed you. Simple, right? Changed you. So you are not permitted to remain the same. Then I started making mouth with it with one of my friends. So if I date a woman and come and date her, then you man. You like I don't give her money, just a mindset. I'll give her millions. I'll release some secrets to her, teach her, stretch her, push her forward. You start seeing her reading 5 books a month. Say, wait, my big mommy, calm down. Right? But by all means, there should be a shift in your daily patterns. And the same for friends, right? Same for your friends, your people that are just close to you, that know you, that can trespass into your daily lives and all of that. There should be that shift and that push. Okay, good. Let's go to next, the last 3 questions, and we're good to go. What is stopping me from doing the things I know I should be doing? This question is handling procrastination. What is stopping me from doing the things I know I should be doing? That many of you have come to me complaint. I'll tell you, you know what you should do, but you're not doing it. Something is stopping you. Laziness, bad friends. Your dreams have not yet entered your body, spirit, and soul. You're not yet passionate enough. See, there should be a way that you are so passionate that the fire in your passion consumes procrastination. Like the one of you I was telling you the other time, you have not found your purpose yet. Or if you have found it, you are not willing, you have not made up your mind to leave it. Because if sleep is still controlling you, trust me, the purpose is not yet in your spirit and body and mind. It's not yet there. It's not yet there. What is stopping me from doing the things I know? So you know what you should be doing right now, but you're not doing it. Procrastination. You know that I should do it, but you procrastinated. You know what they're supposed to do to advance your life. You're allowing fear to stop you. Why? You're allowing friends to stop you. Why is that happening? You need to eliminate that thing that is stopping you from doing what you know you should do for your life to advance. What is stopping you this month, this week, today, next year, this year, from doing what you know you should do to advance your life forward? Identify that thing and eliminate it immediately. There are some of you that you need to eliminate some kind of people in your life right now for PPA to be active and to be impactful to you. You cannot have the wrong friends and try to do a program like this. You're going to be in between. Nothing significant will be happening. And that links to number 8. Am I surrounding myself with the right people? Your 5 closest friends. Are you building the right relationships? Are you building the right relationships? Are you building the right relationships? Your immediate circle, are you proud of it? When you look at the immediate circle like this, do you feel, do you feel proud? Do you feel that, what, I just like this, man. I just love this. I just feel inspired by what these guys are doing. I feel challenged. I feel moved. I feel that, what, God is in the neighborhood. If God is visiting my friends, He's going to visit me very soon. Right? Am I surrounding myself with the right? I keep telling you guys, if you are above 20 and you have a problem of 200,000 francs, 100,000 francs, and your 5 immediate friends, closest guys, people in your circle, they cannot raise that money. They cannot raise that money in 2 minutes, 30 seconds and give you, I'm going to say just 200K and give you 50,000 francs and give you. Something is wrong. The quality, I'm not saying that friendship is driven by money, no, but based on the quality of your friends, there are some things that you should not struggle with. No way, you should not. You should not. You should not struggle with. And this goes same with like those are in relationships, or even like that's like, I mean, wife and husband and all of that, right? Because of course, the person that you're dating in a serious relationship or your wife should be the next person in your immediate circle of that kind, I mean, that kind of quality circle of advancement and growth and success and all of that. So there should be some form of advancement with the quality of people that you have. That's what I'm saying. And it also depends on the kind of value that you exude to them, that you communicate to them, that you give them as a person. And building this kind of relationships or this kind of strong relationship takes time. It takes time. Yeah, it takes time. Trust me. It takes time for somebody to give you 10 million francs just like that. It takes time for somebody to just release you 1 million francs just like that, without blabbing, without thinking. It takes time for somebody to, you ask 50K to your friend, and they don't have it, but they move heaven and earth for your sake to raise that money and give you just because you need the money. It takes time to have that kind of stuff. And one of my closest guys in the circle, I think it was like 7 days ago. We are way back since 2013, 14 in Congo. Yaoundé now. He was in the ministry doing some documents for his company and all of that. And like, hey man, I need 50K right now. Borrow 50K, I'll give you tomorrow. And I'll give you like 2 days. That's what he said. I said, okay, I'm rushing to the office now. Let me sit and say, I sent him 50K. I said, come on, no need to pay me back 50K. You have done for me more than what 20K is all of that. Right? But what happens is the circle, is how he has impacted me. It is when I ran away from the war in Congo, when I was entering Boya, he was already in Boya. He left Congo before me. He didn't run away from the war. He left Congo, I think around 17 or so, before I left around 18. He was already between Boya and Douala, all of that. I said, okay, hey man, I just left Congo in a funny way and I'm on my way, I'm coming to Boya. He paid a house immediately. I said, you paid a house. Like, okay, I just paid a house for 6 months. Just go get it there. Put the basic stuff, like put it there. And that's why I got a house to live in Boya. I didn't even ask him for the house. But he knew that I'm gonna need where I can stay as a friend. We're not related in any way, not by any chance. Right? But it's just the quality of the circle and the strength of the circle and all of that, and many other things, that get to happen between the relationship. And again, it takes time. Like all of the guys that I call my closest circle, I think the shortest guy that we have been friends, I think it's 3 years now, right? So it takes time. It takes exchange of value and commitment and dedication to each other, paying attention that, okay, you know what? I think we should support each other. We should make this happen. You get a point? So who are you surrounding yourself with? One of the things that you should build intentionally should be a circle of people. And I told me you're going to meet guys that you cannot trust, that they're going to betray you. Yeah, I'm not saying everybody you're going to meet are going to be right. No. Some people you're going to try to build relationship with, they're going to backstab you. You're going to meet opportunists. That's why you need to, when you're building with somebody, eat with a long spoon at the beginning. You get the point? I want to say, eat with a long spoon. Know the person. Take time to know the person. Know their values. Know what they stand for. Know who they are, what they represent. It's very critical in the relationship. Know what their word means to them. Guys in my circle, I know that if they say they're going to do something, and if they don't do it, they're going to communicate why they didn't do it. One sign of guys or people are not trustworthy is that when they say I'm going to do something, they don't do it, they don't even communicate. They will claim they forgot. That's a question mark for me already. But you need to intentionally invest. It could be your mentor. Like my mentor is somebody very close to my circle, but it's not like among my friends, but he's very close. Like it's somebody I can run to if I'm stranded. It's somebody that you know what, if something goes wrong, I can pick a phone call and reach out to him anytime. And that's one thing with having guys in your circle. Don't be depressed, and you cannot reach out to somebody. Then you don't have a circle. Trust me. Why should you go and lock yourself in a room when you're going through problems and you claim you're friends? No. And you're thinking of suicide. What is wrong with you? Then something is wrong. You don't have somebody you can open up to? Somebody who can call you, okay, look, this is what you're going through. Okay, leave your place. Come and live with me for a few days. I'll take care of your feeding and just keep your attention and all of that. You need to have friends like that, guys. You need to. You get a point? You need to have a friend that, or an elderly person that who can say, okay, leave from where you are right now and come meet me. Like, I have some mentees like that who respect me. Like, I have one of my mentees the other time, she's in Douala. And so we spoke the previous day, and then on Sunday, I was talking to her, and I'm in Boya. I'm like, what are you doing in Boya? She started, no, a friend asked me to see her off. I remember, I said, where you're standing right now? Huh? Go straight to my 17. Get a next car, come back to the water. If it was not on their to-do list to do that on Sunday, just return a U-turn immediately. But I should carry her head and go and tell her friend. My mentor said, back to Douala. She came, I called her. You say your friend said that one, that we should go and do, and just I think I wanted to see her off. See, that's how you're aimless. So what did you plan to do this to do on Sunday afternoon after church? I was planning to read this book and then I write 2 articles to do. So you are going now, what happens to those articles? She was quiet. Right? So it's very important to intentionally invest. And I always try to advise, one of the most critical gifts you will need in your life at the age of 40 and above is a very strong circle. Something like, even like I call it a sisterhood, a brotherhood, or court. Court is an English word, not a demonic word. Court is a secret group of people who are bound by principles and reasons and purpose and something that is significant. They are there for each other and many other things, right? They support, they can fight with each other. So you need to have that. And the earlier you start building it, the better. The better. It's so powerful, it's so exceptional, it's so good and all of that. And sometimes you can even take the lead to do this. Here's what I mean. Sometimes you can say, okay, select 5 friends around your network that you know each other if possible. Take them out for lunch or invite them to a meeting or somewhere and say, okay, look, the main reason I'm inviting all of you is because I want us to form a circle of close friends that we can trust. You can share modalities, you can share principles of what is going to bind the friendship. You can share just call things, but be intentional about it, like a mastermind, if you want to call it. It's very powerful in your journey, very powerful. Just when you're going through rough times, and there are guys who can just step in for you. That's why there's this rap Christian song that I like by The Truth. He says, my true friends help me out like armed robbers help themselves in a bank robbery. My true friends help me out like in a bank robbery, right? Yeah, that's the meaning of having a right. So nobody survives alone. The Dangotes, they are friends. That's why Bill Gates is a close friend to Warren Buffett. You understand? Yeah, they have close friends. They have circles where they go sit on Sunday evenings, on Saturday evenings, and they talk. They have friends that they chit-chat on WhatsApp chats like you and I think that they're humans. They do. They have friends in government. They have friends in politics. They have friends in legal field. They have friends in technology. They have friends that they work with. Not just friends with guys who are dependent, who are reliable, guys who have their interests at heart, not guys who are competing with them and jealous or thinking of backstabbing them. They have that kind of circle. Who do you have? You need to build it. You need to build it. And it can start from communities just like PPA. There are some people that just the way they talk in their group, you just like how they sound, how they look at things. There's nothing wrong with just inboxing and getting to know them better and build the relationship, the friendship from there. Is that how it starts from there? It starts gradually. You get to exchange, you get to visit each other at their job site or business site. Just know each other, just a little dedication that leads to that. But who are you surrounding yourself with in 2022? It's going to be very critical in your success journey in 2022. How do I want the world to be different because I lived in it? How do I want the world to be different because I lived in it? This is now attached to purpose. Because you were born in Cameroon, how would that country be different? Because you were born in Africa, how would this continent be different because you lived in Africa? How would the world in general be different because you lived in it? Right? Because personally for me, Cameroon is going to be different because I lived in it, because I help people to start up and run businesses. I help people to live life the right way and be productive and become better citizens, productive citizens. That's how the country is going to be different. Maybe you have what? You have a business. You are part of a company that is creating impact in the community. That is you. That's yeah. If you're a committed employee in that company that is creating impact, that is how the country and the continent is becoming different, because you are working in that business. You're working in that institution. You're a teacher. You're contributing to raise young citizens that will become incredible citizens tomorrow and change their nation. The world will become different. The nation will become different because you were a great teacher. You were a teacher that inspired. You were a teacher that challenged students to become better. You were a teacher that recognized the potentials of each student, and you encouraged them to go in for their dreams and to put in the hard work they have to put in so that they can become better in the society. That is how the nation is going to become different, because you lived in it. You run a restaurant and you talk about healthy eating habits. Yeah, that's how the country is going to become different, because you're going to teach thousands of citizens on how to eat the right way, eat healthy, and become better in the society and productive at work. That is you contributing to making a nation to become better. You teach ethics, you pastor in church, a minister in church. That is how the nation is going to become different, because you're going to use the platform to raise ethically and morally upright citizens who are going to serve the nation and become better. That is how you're making a nation to be different. You run a building construction company, you're going to contribute to build beautiful houses, beautiful bridges, or whatever you're going to build, that's going to contribute to making the world different. But by all means, what are you doing to make the nation and the continent different, because you actually lived? I'm trying to use all of this because there's one wind passing in Cameroon that the only way to create impact is for you to speak to people. That's a very bad mentality. It is not. I can do it because it's very clear. This is my purpose. Everybody that tries to become a speaker because they think creating impact only through speaking, very wrong. It is not. It is not. That's why you see, I gave different examples for you to see that whatever you're doing is relevant. That is how the world is becoming different, because you lived in it. You understand? You're a lecturer, just how you teach and how you raise those students to be professionals in the marketplace. That is you making the nation to be different, because you lived. You understand? You have made money from, I don't know, cryptocurrency trading, Forex, whatever that you do, and you have decided to say, okay, you know what, I'm going to start supporting startups in the community by giving them little startup capital. That is you making a difference in the economy, because you lived in that economy. You provide advice, counseling to relationships and marriages. Okay, that's good. The society is going to become better because there are stronger relationships and stronger families, because you lived in that society. But by all means, there should be a difference in that community, in that continent, in that nation, in the world at large, because you actually lived. So in 2022, how will the nation be different? How will your immediate community be different because you lived? What are you going to do? What are you going to do through your career, through your business, through your purpose, through your passion, to cause a change in that sector where you find yourself? You cannot separate true success from service. You cannot separate true success from making a difference in the lives of other people. Significant success advances the life of humanity in one way or the other. It could just be one human being at a time. That's excellent. That's massive. That's powerful. You just have to live and make sure that there is a difference in the society. And when you do that, you're going to have a very, 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 very powerful, interesting, dominant, and significant life. So, if you have gone through all the keys, all the significance and dominance keys in life, and you have answered all the questions Always go back to them. Have them down in your journal. Have them down in a diary. Have them down in a notepad somewhere on your phone, in your email draft. This is very important for your 2022 journey. And when that happens, life will become better in 2022. Nothing, absolutely nothing will change for you in 2022 if you do not change how you execute your life in 2022. Nothing, I mean absolutely nothing, will change for you in 2022 if you do not change how you execute. Look at the word execute. Execute. You have taken this time to plan. This retreat was for you to plan and prepare. Next year, when you venture into January, your job is massive execution. Anything will change only if you execute. And that is it for our retreat for 2022. And I hope that we are set for it. And you're going to win. My belief is winning only and winning for good. Cheers.